Alright, everyone. Hello. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well today. I want to thank everyone for coming into the live stream today. It is the second day of the Nintendo DS birthday live stream. It is the second day of the Nintendo DS, and it is the birthday week of the Nintendo DS coming up here in about a day or two. So this is the second day that we're celebrating in live stream form. So I'm gonna say hi to the chat and everybody else here in today's live stream. I hope everyone is doing well. Everyone is doing wonderful. You guys are in good spirits today. Coming on to the live stream. I hope everyone's doing well today. Live stream will be lots of fun. Please enjoy. So, um, okay, so to start off, um, thank you everyone who's come to the live stream so far. Hope you guys are doing very well today. I know I am. Still recovering a little bit from being sick, and I just have a little bit of nasal congestion, but I'm gonna be good, and we'll get started. So, I gotta do one more thing before we move on to any other things here. So, I gotta update the calendar to say live stream on the 19th. So I'll be back. I'll be back here in quite a bit. So so if you guys can see me, you can see me right over there by the calendar. And yes, I'm in a chair. So for anyone asking that question, yes, I'm in a chair. I'm in a wheelchair to be specific. Have been for many years. It's so hard to get these things open. Well, we'll get this thing open actually. But anyways, that was a waste of time. Um, but today, guys, we are going to be still celebrating the Nintendo DS and its upcoming week coming here in about a day or two. So, um, I I have some things planned for this stream that you guys might enjoy, and we'll be getting started here. So, uh, if you guys could not check, if you guys did not check the tab for today, um, so if you guys did not notice that you guys are going to join the Nintendo DS birthday live stream number 2, if you guys saw my story, then there you are. So you can click on invite and you can join the event. I'm gonna join the event just to kind of demonstrate what we're going here. So this is what we're doing. That you, and you click on this and then it takes us to the event here. So that's something that you can do to get in. if you clicked on the link, of course, to the event page. But that's besides the point. So first, I do want to get started um with the impact and history of the Nintendo DS. So, um, ignore the uh the ads that pop up here on the website that I'm here on. So I'm gonna read this off to you, and I'm going to kind of list some things that I'm gonna list off some things that are important in this reading here. So it says the interesting history of the Nintendo DS and its impact on pop culture. Nintendo, one of the most famous video game companies of all time, has already released plenty of video game consoles throughout the years, but only a few are as iconic and successful as the Nintendo DS. The Nintendo DS, a shortened name for Developer System or Dual Screen, was a handheld game console that was released in 2004 and featured two LCD screens that worked in tandem. Besides its popular dual screen feature, the Nintendo DS's wireless connectivity, a button microphone, and a clamshell design that makes the console more compact when not in use. The Nintendo DS originally served as an experimental third pillar behind the GameCube and the Game Boy Advance. But because of its popularity, the Nintendo DS became the successor for the Game Boy series of handheld consoles. To learn more about the success of this great console, here is the interesting history of the Nintendo DS and its impact on pop culture. So I'm going to read all these sections. So we'll start. The Nintendo DS was conceptualized in 2002, particularly at a time where former Nintendo president Hiroshi Yamauchi thought about making a dual screen console. The idea for the dual screen console was not actually new for Nintendo, as they had actually applied the same concept to their Game & Watch line. So if you guys remember the Game & Watch line that came out in like the 80s and the early 90s, and you might know what I'm talking about. So I don't know if it was released in the 90s, but I think it was in the 80s actually when the Game & Watch kind of was popular back then. But if you remember those consoles, then this will probably be familiar to you. A series of handheld electronic games that were released between 1980 and 1991. The two games in the said series that feature more than one screen are Zelda and Donkey Kong. So Zelda, if you guys remember Zelda 1 I think, or Zelda 2, I don't remember. But yeah, Zelda was one of the games. And if anyone remembers Donkey Kong, that's one of the OG games that came out in 1981. Sorry if anyone saw the messages. I don't want you guys to read the messages. Okay. In January 2004, Nintendo officially announced that they were currently developing a new handheld console with the codename Nintendo DS. The then president of Nintendo, Satoru Iwata, rest in peace to him, wanted the Nintendo DS to be a platform where the company would be able to show its innovative ideas instead of sticking to its conservative image. In May of the same year, the prototype for the Nintendo DS was shown at E3 2004 and was well received by fans and critics. So if you guys remember in the stream I did yesterday, I did show you guys the E3 2004 launch of the Nintendo DS. that was in that was in May of the same year. God, sorry, I have so much nasal congestion that I probably might mix up words a little bit. So sorry about that. Um, okay. The product launch. The Nintendo DS is officially launched in North America on November 21st, 2004, and in Japan on December 2nd, 2004. In North America, the release of the console was held at a launch event at the EB Games Universal City Walk branch in Los Angeles, where the console was launched quietly in Japan. It was reported that there were more than 3 million pre-orders created for both North America and Japan. In June 2005, Nintendo announced that they had sold about 6.65 million units of the Nintendo DS in less than 1 year. The handheld game console was then released in Europe on March 11, 2005. The release of the Nintendo DS in the region included a special package that contained a VIP t-shirt, a WarioWare Touch demo, a copy of Metroid Prime Hunters, First Hunter, the demo version of Metro Prime Hunters, and a pre-release version of Super Mario 64 DS. On January 23rd, 2006, it was reported more than 1 million units of the Nintendo DS were sold in Europe alone. So if anyone remembers, uh, if anyone remembers back to 2004, if you guys are born in that time period, I know I was, but if anybody was born before that time, that Super Mario 64 DS was one of the launch titles for the system. For the system, oh god, for the system, and was um, was conceived to be one of the best games on the DS alone. So I have a review on the Super Mario 64 DS. I have a review on that. Please check it out if you want more information on that game too. Okay. It's gonna stop me from doing this. In China, the Nintendo DS was released with a different name, the IK DS. The Chinese version of the DS features an updated firmware where the pass-me device is blocked. It is important to note that the IK name was also used as the replacement name for the Nintendo 64 in China. It was also released in China. I didn't know that. Neither did most people. Oh my god. Nintendo DS promotion. The Nintendo DS is promoted not only through its dual screens but also for its touch feature at the bottom screen. The word touch was often used in various promotional campaigns and even as a title for some games like WarioWare Touched. During its promotional period and life cycle, the Nintendo DS heavily competed against the Sony PlayStation Portable or PSP. If anyone remembers the PSP, that was another great console that was developed by Sony, which seemed to have better and faster hardware. However, despite being inferior to the PSP in terms of hardware, the Nintendo DS is superior in terms of sales, as it was able to sell more than 150 million units, thus making the best-selling handheld game console and the second best-selling video game console behind the PlayStation 2 as of 2022. So here we go, the redesign to the Nintendo DS. Everybody remembers the redesigns before the 3DS happened. When the original DS design was considered too clunky, was considered too bulky for kids and even for some adults to use, Nintendo responded by releasing a smaller and slimmer version of the DS called the Nintendo DS Lite in 2006. Besides being smaller than Nintendo DS Lite, it also features a lightweight body for less hand fatigue and brighter lights, so that players will be able to see what's going on the two screens better. The Nintendo DS Lite sold more than 93 million units worldwide. The second redesign of the Nintendo DS is the Nintendo DSi. Mostly everyone remembers the DSi. I probably think most of you remember the DSi because the DSi shop and all those other things. Those are fun. Which was released in 2008 and featured two digital cameras and external content storage. However, the DSi doesn't have the Game Boy Advance cartridge slot you would usually find at the bottom of the earlier Nintendo DS models. The third redesign of the DS is the Nintendo DSi XL, which was released in 2009, and the same features as the original DSi, but with a much larger screen. The DSi models are not well received by critics, which stated that the two digital cameras not really have a specific use, particularly for games released during that time. The two DSi models only sold for about 41 million units. So, yeah, pretty bad on their part. Honestly, if they would have stuck to their if they would have stuck to what they did with the DS Lite, then probably wouldn't have been probably the DSi models wouldn't have been really well would have not existed, and probably they wouldn't have any problems with that. Uh, the Nintendo 3DS. So I'm gonna read this one. The Nintendo DS would then be officially succeeded by the Nintendo 3DS. The Nintendo 3DS was released in 2011 and featured more powerful hardware compared to the original DS. A stereoscopic 3D feature, which probably nobody ever used, neither did I, uh, where the games would pop out of the screen without the use to use 3D glasses. The Nintendo 3DS would also have its own set of games that are exclusive to it, although it is backwards compatible with Nintendo DS games. One of the best features I already said in my Super Mario 64 DS review. Um, the Nintendo DS's impact on pop culture is evident through the many touchscreen focused games that we now have today, which are mostly available on mobile phones and the Nintendo consoles that succeeded the DS. The Nintendo DS also showed the potential of handheld gaming, which wasn't really seen as a profitable market before. In today's era, some of the most popular games are seen on mobile phones and played using a touchscreen. Like Mobile Legends, League of Legends, Wild Rift, don't know what that is, and Call of Duty Mobile. So it can be said that the influence of the Nintendo DS in the gaming industry will remain for many years to come. So, um, alright. So, I will take some good takeaways from this. So, if you guys would like to leave your takeaways in the chat, then you can. If anybody is here yet, then you can leave your uh your takeaways in the chat. So, one takeaway I would probably I probably would say is that is the fact that it really changed how we view mobile gaming, and honestly it brought about like things that we got now, like the Nintendo 3DS, for example. Even though the Nintendo 3DS uh used the 3D capability, nobody probably used it to its full capacity. And neither did I, to be honest with you. To be frankly honest with you, I didn't. But um like I said, it really just brought things like the Nintendo 3DS out of the light. With the Nintendo DS, the dual screens are great, and with the family of systems, yeah, they were great, but it kind of got repetitive, to be honest, with the DSi, the DSi XL, the DS Lite. Even though DS Lite was like the first out of the DS console family to come out, that was released in 2006. They should have stopped there to begin with. They should have stopped there to begin with, and I think the DSi was kind of the stepping stone as well. So I don't know. I'm kind of like debating, like, the DSi should stay, but do we really need the DSi XL? Honestly, what do we need the XL, the DSi XL? Like, seriously, do we need that? And honestly, that's how I feel. And honestly, I feel like the DS did so much better, and it had great qualities to where the 3DS existed, and it brought a lot of things that the mobile games did in order for it to become very successful. And why do you think that most people most people play games on their phones? Like, people play on their phones, and I'm gonna show you like Candy Crush here. Uh, like, um, I'm gonna show you like a quick game of blocks. So, like, people can now do this, like like phone, like, you can do that with phone games now. Like, phone games, you can do that with you can do that. So, it did bring a lot of things. The Nintendo DS did bring a lot of touch related things in it, and it brought a success. With phones, phones are not really that successful at all. Phones back then, like, back then they were only used for communication, like the old flip phones, and the like big brick phones, like this, like kind of this small, but just where you had the phone on the little shelf case on there, and you picked it up, and then you you picked up the phone, and then somebody calls you. Yeah, we didn't have phones like that back then. Now we have phones like this, like I have here, the uh the Android or the iPhone. You know, we have these phones, you know, it did bring a lot of things to that. It really did, and you know, just things to think about. And another takeaway I think I forgot to tell is it focus solely on touch screen games. So what I mean is touch-based games, like I said with the phones, the Candy Crush, or the game I just showed now, like Blocks, or League of Legends, Clash of Clans, Call of Duty Mobile, all of those games, that have to they have to they have to play using the touchscreen. Like like those games were kind of expired by the Nintendo DS. So it's kind of just ironic that when phones probably did not become like a mainstream thing until like 2007, till like 2007, and you didn't have capabilities like what you did on the Nintendo DS. It was just kind of unheard of during that time. And now we have phones that do the exact same thing that they do to the Nintendo DS and 3DS. So you can thank the DS for all the things that we have today. You know, it's great. It's great that we have that. Now, I'm thinking we're gonna do a DS news. So we're gonna check out some news that was here back in the day. So the DS. So I have this article here. I have all these articles here that were here to that were here archived for the DS back in the day, and I'm gonna check out some news stories, see if you guys would point out some things. So so I'm gonna read this article up here. Rejoice! The Wii Shop channel and DSi shop are finally back up after months of being down. Oh, great. Well, um, sad to say that these shops are gone forever, essentially. So, I'm sorry, guys, if you miss those shops. They're down. They do not exist anymore. Unfortunately, they are down. So, this is really old news from maybe like 2009, I would say. So, um, yes, your eyes are receiving you. The Wii Shop channel and DSi shop are finally accessible again after the two were suffering outages for months. The stores were first reported as offline back in March. And in May, Game Explain reached out to Nintendo, who stated that it had nothing to announce. But thanks to Nintendo Everything, we know that the stores are both up and running once again. We can all get back to listening to that jingle again just in time for We Shop Wednesday. Don't forget, even though the stores are back, you can't buy anything new from them as Nintendo ended the functionality of both the Wii and DSi stores in 2009 and 2019 and 2017 respectively. But access to the store means that Wii and DSi owners can now re-download any games that they purchased prior to this. That's good news. Normal services resume then. So yeah, this is like a really old article, but but the Nintendo DSi shop and the Wii Shop channel have been down since 2019 and 2017 respectively though. So you can't buy anything really new because they already shut down the service with the thing. But check out you can check out this article though. So and you can still check out the Nintendo shop music. If you guys want to check out the music, I'll have the link in the description here too. So copy link. So we're gonna copy the link here. and I'm gonna do this here. So if anybody wants to relive memories of the Wii Shop channel, then you can. Here you go for anybody who is wanting to check out the music here. And I will do the same to the DSI music as well. DSI. If you're going back. Sorry guys. I'm gonna probably get out of this now. So copy the music, copy the link to the music actually, so you guys can check it out. So sorry. Uh, DSI shop. Music. So here is the link to that specific video if you guys wanna check it out for yourselves. So here we go. If you guys want to check it out for yourselves, here's the link. I'm not gonna show it on video because I don't know if I can get hit by the sea for that. So please view that at your discretion. So yeah, I'm gonna check out another article here so we can get this rolling. So uh that was a pretty fun and interesting read. I don't understand that at all, but all right. Okay. Wow. And and Nintendo responds to this as well. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Update Saturday 21st of May 2022, 1805 BST. So here we go. 2 months after the Wii and DSi shop channel outages, YouTube channel Game Explain has now reached out to Nintendo to see if they could provide any more clarification about what's going on. Unfortunately, the new statement is that it's still got nothing to announce about the current status of these outages. You can see Nintendo's original response. So, so the original article, uh, you can see that this was the original article, the sentence here. So last week, word quickly spread online that Nintendo's Wii and DSi shop channels have been offline since at least 16th March. Naturally, it sparked fears that could potentially be the end of these digital stores. Nintendo hasn't communicated this. Fortunately, it appears that there may not be anything to worry about, with the company now providing an official statement via Kotaku. According to a representative, it's currently undergoing maintenance. And and an update will be provided in the near future. So, yeah, as previously noted, although Nintendo stopped game sales on the Wii Shop and DSi Shop channels some time ago, users of those platforms are still able to access the digital stores to re-downloading existing game purchases. So nobody can purchase games on their new games, especially anymore. Some users have also reported being able to bypass error codes 290, 502, 209, 601 with third-party tools. Oh God. Next is Nintendo's answers. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna read that. So, um, yeah. Yeah. This is the old Nintendo. This is the old news that Nintendo responded to these to the Wii and DSi shop channel outages. So that was really long ago, like around. Well, it says this year, but I don't feel like it's this year. I feel like it was like a couple years ago, like 1 or 2 years ago, to be honest. Wow. Okay. Oh wow, you can hang Nintendo's biggest selling console on your wall. Wow. Alright, so while old school gamers might feel the NES, SNES, or Game Boy marked the zenith of the company's commercial powers, it's actually the Nintendo DS, which holds the position of the Kaido firm's most successful hardware release. Yay! A lot of people like the console. A lot of people like the console, including myself. I don't underestimate the concept by any circumstance. But yeah, hanging it on the wall is pretty good to say the least. The entire DS family has sold a staggering 154 million units worldwide, making it the most popular handheld console of all time, and the second most successful video game console ever behind the Sony PlayStation 2, with titles like Zelda Phantom Hourglass, New Super Mario Bros., New Super Mario Bros. DS, The World Ends With You, Pokemon Heart and Gold, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. It's easy to see why it's such a beloved system, even today. Oh, wow. Just great. Wow. With that in mind, it's fair to say that an awful lot of people out there cut their gaming teeth on the dual screen handheld, so the notion of having one hanging on a wall as a piece of art would be quite appalling, be quite appealing. But that's exactly what Grid Studio, the same outlet behind other free Nintendo consoles, is offering. We are fortunate enough to be sent a sample of this product. It certainly does look to business, and you needn't feel bad about a system be taken out of active use because Grid Studio states that all the devices it uses in its products were not operational at the point of being sacrificed in the name of art. Phew. Okay. Alright, alright. I'm not gonna read the comments here. All these are from all these are from different websites. Or actually just the website itself. So, yeah, okay. We're done here. So, we're done with the Nintendo DS news. I don't know. I don't know. I really want to go and do the tire maker, but I want you guys to check out what I did what I did with the NES retrospective right now. So, um, I'm still it's still a work in progress. I know it's still a work in progress. So here is like my work my workspace slash content thing here. So you can see that this is like my video planner. Um I have all these different topics that you guys that I've done, the Super Mario World Gaming News 11. I published that. The part 1 of the Fight of Courage, that one I completed that one. That was on that was last month. So like about a month ago. And the Need for Speed Most Wanted development cycle development video. So this is what I had that I did back in September of this year, and the bad place work environments that I did last month. That I did like a couple weeks ago, and I still got a few things that I have for ideas, so you guys can ask me if you guys want to have these ideas. There's a video, and there's a Super Mario 64 review, the DS review of Super Mario 64. Here it is. Here it is. So, you can see that this is all the work that I've done for it. So, you guys get a good glimpse of what I've done for the channel. So, I still got a few things I gotta work on. Um, I'm thinking of doing the gaming news 12, doing a gaming news article, but the NES retrospective here, it's still in the research phase, so I got the planning notes here, and that's probably all I'm gonna show you. So, but I'm gonna put a date on here. Uh, so you can see I have all these different dates. So I have Saturday as a day here. So, anyways, yeah, you can see I have a lot of things going on here, uh, and then here's my social media content as well. So you can see all these are probably disorganized, to be honest, because I have all of these like in different boards and stuff. So I have all these different things and stuff. So yeah, but that's what you get to. That's what you got to see here. It's live right now. So we're gonna start with the tire list. So uh, hope everyone's coming here to do things here. So here we go. Error. Damn it. Okay. Wow, has nobody gotten here yet? Okay. Um. Okay. So first of all, we're gonna do the Nintendo DS games tire list here. So, oh god. I'm gonna probably not do all these games. These games are I don't really know what each of these are. So I'm gonna just pick randomly what I got here. So I'm gonna pick the Mario games to start off. So um I did do a pretty good section here with the S tier, the A tier. Haven't played or I don't know, so um we're gonna start off with Super Mario DS because I picked that as my first one. So I'm probably gonna say it's an S tier. So that one goes into my S tier group. So good. That's off to a good start there. It's one of the OGs. One of the original games that came out for the console. I think maybe like a year or two later, New Super Mario Bros. Came out a year or two later. So I'm gonna put that in maybe like an S tier as well, since that one is like a game I recognize. And the game to me, New Super Mario Bros. It's pretty great actually, considering that I have a lot of fond memories with the game. Considering that I owned a 3DS, but it was cross compatible with the DS games, so I got to play that as well. So that was pretty fun. Um, Mario Kart DS. I think I played this one back in the day. I I really can't remember, but this is one of the other OG games. But it's a good game. It's a good game. It really is a good game. So it's one of the OG ones, but I think it. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the S tier. It's pretty much an OG game. Um, I don't recognize any of these games. Uh, uh, Cooking Mama, probably it's gonna be like in the C tier or the D tier, to be honest with you. Probably wait a few minutes just to get this thing to respond. Um, and I don't really remember any of these games at all. So Rhythm Heaven, I don't know how to play that game. Shrek, Forever After. There's even a Grand Theft Auto game in here. Oh my god. Rhythm Heaven, I haven't played that game yet. So, guys, correct me on that if I'm wrong. I haven't played that game yet. I don't even know what some of these games are, to be honest. So, Big Brain Academy. I would have to say it's pretty average for a game. Even though I haven't played the game yet, I've seen a lot of things with the game. I think it's kind of pretty average, to be honest. I wouldn't play a big brain game, to be honest with you. SpongeBob, I haven't played that game yet. Um, Super Princess Peach, I haven't played that yet. I hear it's a really good game. I hear it's a really good game, to be honest. So I'm gonna put that in maybe B tier. It's a pretty good game. I heard a lot of good things about it. Mm. uh, um, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I played the Winter Olympic Games, but I haven't played the original version of the game yet. So sorry if I have to quote on that, but I would say it's a pretty good game. So I would say it goes in the A tier. Um, Jeez, God, I don't really recognize any of these games at all. Um, Jeez, Spyro. I haven't really played the game yet. I don't really know what these games are, so I haven't really played any of these games yet. What is this, Tokyo Drift or whatever it is? I don't even know. I don't even know what that game is. Um, Pokemon. Pokemon, I hear it's a good series. Pokemon, I hear it's a really good series. Um, Many of these games I don't really recognize at all, other than like the Mario games and other games I have played. Um, WarioWare DIY, it's a pretty good game. It's a really good game, to be honest with you. Oh, oh God, I lost it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's a really good game, to be honest. So I'm gonna put a 8 here. Uh, there's a lot of games I don't really recognize at all. Um, Other than Kirby, well, Kirby I do know because it's like a popular game, and even Bowser in the story I recognize. But Animal Crossing, I do recognize Animal Crossing, but I haven't played the DS version of the Animal Crossing. But I hear it's a really good game though. And Legend of Zelda, if I haven't played that game yet, I'm gonna put that. Legend of Zelda, I don't really, I haven't played it. I don't really know. Um, what are these games that I don't really know? Sims, I don't really know what Sims is, and what is this, a Ninja Gaiden or something like that? I don't know. Um, cast the only game that probably features animals on the DS is pro- that I probably know that probably features animals on the DS is Nintendogs. It's one of the games that I remember, but the games the games that I don't remember, like Dogs or Pet Dogs 2, I don't remember any of these. Neither do I remember the Shrek games at all because I never played them. God, I don't really recognize any of these games at all. I really don't. Oh, I haven't played any of them. Uh, I would say, Kirby's a pretty good game. The Kirby series has always been a good series, so I'll put him at A. Now, Pokemon. I haven't really played the game yet. I don't really know the story of it. I don't know this game at all. Um, this one I don't know. I really don't know any of these. Final Fantasy. I don't know. I really don't know. To be honest with you. Um, this is gonna be a long list to do, but I'm gonna do these in the order I think is probably good. So, Bowser's Inside Story. Now I gotta tell you, Bowser's Inside Story. I'm gonna put him in the first section, but Bowser's Inside Story is such a good game. It's a really good game. I gotta tell you, it's a really good game. Bowser's Inside Story. If you haven't played that game yet, please do. I recommend the game so much, and it's probably an S tier for me. So it's a pretty OG game for me. So I got a little bit excited there, but you get my point. Yeah, Bowser's Inside Story was a great game for me. Even though even though the carrot minigame. I know most people play the carrot minigame. If you guys know, if you guys play the carrot minigame, it was so difficult. Honestly, the things that I endured with the carrot minigame were just terrible. And I played through that minigame so many times that I couldn't count how many times I I couldn't beat that. And well, still can't beat it today. Um, what is this? Grand Theft Auto. So I haven't played this one yet. I played 5, but I haven't played that one yet. It's like a DS game. I don't really know. Oh my god! I forgot. Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. That game is so good to me. My god. Um that game is such a good game to me. Um I've seen a lot of videos on it. It's so nostalgic. God, it brings me back to when I watched videos back in the day on this game. And I still watch videos of Mario and Luigi Partners in Time to this day. So yeah, I watched a few videos of it, and honestly, it's one of the best games out there. It's like the darkest one out there for the DS. And if you haven't checked out that one, I suggest you do. That game is a really good game. I haven't played it, but hear it's a really good game, and I watch like playthroughs and walkthroughs with the game. It's it's pretty much a great game. So yeah, that's my honest opinion about that one. Um, I don't recognize it. Don't recognize it. I really don't recognize any of these games, to be honest. Most of them, really. I'm gonna fill up this entire section if I could. Shaka don't even understand why. Shaka don't even understand why he's like why he's DS game. I don't understand. Um, Another game I recognize. Gosh, um, Sonic Colors. I haven't really seen none of the game yet. Neither have I seen Animal Crossing Wild World, but it's a really good game. I would say for its time. Uh, it's a really good game for its time, so I'll put it at B. Um, I haven't played it, haven't seen it. I'm gonna go through this forever, am I? Yeah, I'm not gonna spend so much time doing this. I'm gonna do maybe like 1 or 2 games, and I'm probably gonna be done with this live stream because I'm not gonna do this whole entire list. It's like 100 plus games, people. I don't want to be here sitting just to complete this entire list. So I'm gonna go with the games that I recognize for now. So Mario and Luigi, or actually Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. Now that's a game I probably recognize. So, that's a game I recognize. So, this game, based on the walkthroughs and stuff I've seen, it's a pretty good game, and I played the game maybe like once or twice during during my lifetime, and I gotta say it's a pretty good game based on what I played. But I could never get past. I could never get past Bowser Jr. or I could never get past the little ice town on there. So I couldn't really get past the ice town on the Olympic Winter Games because the games are hard. The games are really hard. It it's an A. It's an A tier for me. Uh okay. I think we're done. I think we're done here. I'm not gonna drag this any longer. So um alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. If you enjoyed this live stream so far, I hope you guys really do enjoy this. It's a really good live stream, I'm not gonna lie. And I would say it's a pretty fun live stream. And I did a little good today. I did good today about planning this, so if you guys check it out, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for watching the live stream. I will see you guys probably next time for another live stream. And thank you for joining me on this Nintendo DS birthday live stream. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later, as this has gone on for like almost an hour. So, thank you. I will see you guys later.